Believe it or not, it's already week 2 of the high school football season. The third week of action, things are flying by, and things change every week with these teams, but we always stay the same. This is Football Friday Night, and I'm Jacob Seuss.
And I'm Jonathan Acosta. It took us 3 weeks to get one of the best rivalries in all of Arkansas, Ozark and Charleston, in what they call the Franklin County feud.
Yeah, if you haven't figured it out by now, we love a good rivalry, a good trophy game, making this one an easy choice for our 5 News game of the week. Charleston looking to keep the trophy in Tigerland. The Hillbillies looking to bring it back home. Brandon Scott here with the pass to Braden Ketter. He looks like he's destined for a long game, but he's going to fumble. A strip by the Hillbillies, MJ Park. He's going to take it all the way back into Tiger territory. And that would set up this. Hillbillies quarterback Landon Wright gets it into the hands of J.J. Sanchi for a Hillbilly touchdown. But Charleston, they would get another shot at this. Brandon Scott, he was back in the thick of things with a quick handoff here to Reese Mercheka, who almost gets in. But there's another fumble, and Ozark is going to take it back even further. But don't worry, Charleston would find their sea legs. Late in the first half, Brandon Scott here with some fakery. He's going to get it all the way down, and that's going to set up a quarterback keeper for the Tigers touchdown. That came just 1 second before the half. Charleston, they would go pretty crazy in the second half. They keep the trophy in Charleston, 34-20. Tigers, they take the Battle of Franklin County.
In Rogers, a 7A versus 5A matchup with the Mounties hosting Farmington. After a Rogers field goal, the Mounties kick it off, and onto the return, the first key play of the game. Rogers punches the ball out, and the sophomore Bo Williams comes up with the recovery. That set up this. Dane Williams going to the corner, and tight end Jensen Garner goes up to make the fantastic catch. Touchdown Rogers, and it was 10-0 Mounties. Next Mounties possession, the Cards, they battle back. Williams' pass picked off by Tate Sutton. He takes this back deep into Mountie territory. Farmington couldn't capitalize on that pick, though, and down the other end, Williams was slinging it deep down the middle of the field. Mabry Verser, that's how you get on the highlights. A fantastic catch for the touchdown. The Mounties jumped out to a 17-0 lead. Farmington battled back, but in the end, it's the Rogers up by 19 late in the fourth quarter.
For the 67th time between the two programs, Fayetteville taking on Northside. This one over on Rogers Ave. And the Purple Dogs strike first. Opening drive, Fayetteville marches right down the field. Drake Lindsay, Jason Delamar, 7-0 Fayetteville. Northside, though, they would have an answer. Savoy in the pocket, buys some time, heads to the air. Cameron Massey makes the grab. He's off to the races. Long touchdown for the Grizzlies, who tie the game at 7. But this Fayetteville offense, they seem like they're going to be real tough to stop this year. They go right back down the field this time. J.J. Harjo punches it in. Purple Dogs back up by a score. And next drive, it's Christian Setzer who gets in on the action. He makes it a 2-score game. Fayetteville scores on its first 3 drives for the second straight Friday. Purple Dogs, they're going to take this one 42-21.
Mountain Home paying a visit to the Greenwood Bulldogs, who were coming off that big win last week against Northside. Here, Riley White showing that we like to show you guys some defense too. Makes a great tackle here on Cade Yates, the quarterback. Greenwood was up 7-0 at that point. Here, Yates back to throw, and his throw is picked off by Josh Allen, not the Buffalo Bills quarterback. Put some respect
from
on
LA
the
to Greenwood real quick.
Really quick. Got that win against the Rams here, making plays for Greenwood. Now at quarterback, Hunter Houston throwing a great pass to Isaiah Arrington as Greenwood was looking to build on that 7-0 lead. They would do so in emphatic fashion. Greenwood takes the big win, 49-0.
Now back to Fort Smith. Southside tonight, they were hosting Wynn. Isaac Gregory here with the 9-yard touchdown run. The Mavs up 7-6 at this point, but man, there was a lot more scoring in this one. Southside, they trailed 21-10, but the comeback marches on. George Harrell, touchdown pass, make it 21-17, but Wynn, man, that's a good team. They're up 28-24 here in the third quarter, but Southside, they're going to take the lead. They come all the way back, but man, I don't know where that win score came from. Fourth quarter, they go crazy. Good game by Southside, but they fall, yes, 72-44.
Bad game to take the under there. And look at all those scores. Mina Lincoln, a close win right there for Mina, 31-28.
I see another 70 on the board.
The 70s basketball season came a little bit early. Rogers Heritage falling in a close one, 30-29. Just a lot of big scores here.
I'm seeing a lot of offense. Those Greenland Pirates.
Sometimes with the offenses, it takes them a couple weeks to get into rhythm, but certainly a lot of them finding their flow now at this point in the season.
Gore getting a big win as well, putting up 55. A lot of good scores this week.
And when we return, the rivalries are not done yet. We head to Mountainburg, where the Dragons were playing host to Cedarville.
You're watching Football Friday Night on 5 News.
Welcome back into Football Friday Night. Next up, we have Mountainburg and Cedarville, the Battle of Northern Crawford County. Another big-time rivalry here in the NWA. And tonight, those two added another chapter. We're going to jump third quarter in this one. Pirates already up 22-6, and well, they're going to add some more. Going to the ground, Colton Arnold makes a huge first down, and the Pirates were moving. Here, another good run by Cedarville. They were looking steady all day long, and now trying to put this one in the end zone, and they're going to go to the air. This time, it's Colton Arnold once again. He makes the grab. He's going to get deep down into Mountainburg territory. They're in the red zone, and then Hayden Morton is going to put it in, make it 28-6 with just 6 minutes to go. Mountainburg, they're going to regain possession, but they couldn't do much. Cedarville, they're going to take this one. The Pirates knock off the Dragons 36-6.
And across state lines, we had an intriguing matchup tonight in Sallisaw, where the Black Diamonds were hosting a Muldrow team looking to stay unbeaten on the season. We'll pick things up in the second quarter. Sallisaw quarterback Parker Jackson throws it out to Cooper Jackson. The score tied at this point 10-10 as he looked for the gain. Still in the second quarter, Jackson running the ball this time himself, running outside, gains the edge, and he seems to pick up the first down. Third quarter, now Muldrow with the ball. Camden Matthews throwing it here to Eli Krumine. He makes the nice grab, just puts his arms up and makes the catch. Now Matthews handing it off to Trendon Collins, already a 5 News Athlete of the Week this season. He runs it in for the touchdown score. Muldrow up by a score. 5:15 left in the third quarter. Muldrow with the ball again. Matthews hands it off again to guess who? Trendon Collins. He gets into the end zone. That man, all he does is score his touchdowns. Muldrow, a big they win 38-17.
Hackett taking on Panama tonight, across state rivalry. Hornets up 24-0. The Razorback defense with the run stuff, though, trying to get themselves back into the ball game, but then Hackett would go back to work. Cole Ketchum, we've heard that name a lot this year. Bryson Hamilton makes a nice grab. He is tough to bring down. Hackett still up 24-0 until Ketchum. Quarterback run. Look at the moves on that man. Ooh. He's in for the score. Hackett, they are going to knock off the Razorbacks 40-16.
Love to see him lower the shoulder there. Back up to the 7-8. Conway coming over from Central Arkansas to take on Springdale. We'll pick things up in the second half. Red Dogs hand it off to Tajon Sparks. He finds the edge, gets outside, and he's picking up the yardage to move the sticks. He gets the first down. Red Dogs driving in the red zone now. Marcus Shepard looking toward the end zone. And Junior Reyna says, I want ice cream. Almost a surefire play of the week nominee there, going down to make the great touchdown grab. Other than that, though, it was almost all Conway in this one. The Wampus Cats come up to Northwest Arkansas and put up a big number on the scoreboard. Conway takes the 51-14 win.
And we're not done yet. When we return, two teams that haven't gotten off to a great start this year. Gravette and Pea Ridge, they went head-to-head. We'll have highlights after the break right here on Football Friday Night.
Student section, you're watching Football Friday Night.
You're watching Football Friday Night on 5 News.
Welcome back into Football Friday Night. Last week, Prairie Grove began its season with a dominant performance over Huntsville.
That's right. Gravette looked just as good, though, getting its first win, a 37-0 blowout over Enola. So something had to give when the two went head-to-head tonight.
Yeah, Prairie Grove, Jonathan, their running attack was strong. Check this out right off the get-go. Ethan Miller going, gone. Takes down the edge. No Gravette defenders are going to get him. 63 yards to the house. Prairie Grove, they were up 8-0 after the 2-point conversion. Next drive, guess who? Ethan Miller, 56-yard touchdown run. Not as good as 63, but still pretty good.
Coach Absher told me in preseason that Miller was one of the fastest guys on the team. You can see it right there.
So another Prairie Grove touchdown here. Jonathan, how do you think they're going to get it?
With another run, right?
Another run. The Prairie Grove run game, they were cooking tonight. That one's Camden Patterson. He's in for the score. Prairie Grove, they're going to win this one big. They go on the road, knock off, grab it, 50-28.
If the run's game not broke, don't fix it. Over in Little Rock, Bentonville West paying a visit to Central. Even though the Wolverines were on the road, they made themselves at home. Jake Casey finds senior Nick Bell over the middle to go up 7-0. From there, it continued to be all Wolverines. Here, Ty Durham on the end around, gets around the edge and into the end zone. He scores on the 15-yard touchdown run. It's 14-0 West. Second quarter, 4th and long at midfield. The Wolverines go for it, and it's Nick Bell again making the catch, going all the way close to the goal line, and then that's going to set up another score for Bentonville West. Here, the short touchdown run for Braden Jones. Bentonville West went into halftime up 24-0. The Wolverines roll 45-0 as West improves to 3-0.
A lot of other Week 2 games on the schedule tonight. Lamar, 24-0 lead over Dover. How about those Alma Airedales? Oh my goodness, they're going to go to 3-0 on the season. That's a team that has looked real good so far this season.
Rusty Bush has to be one of the happiest coaches in all of the River Valley. That's a great start for Alma. Look at Spyro putting up 35 points in a big Oklahoma game against Pecola. Poto falling in a close one, 35-31. That looked like it was a great game as well.
Yeah, Pea Ridge as well going on the road. They were in Huntsville tonight getting that win, 35-6. First win of the season for Bray Cook and his Blackhawks. And out in Oklahoma Central, they fell to Warner tonight, 28-7. So a lot of good Week 2 games. Third week of action, this is when you really start to figure out what teams are the big dogs and maybe what teams are not.
Yeah, and when you say that, what are some of the teams that have impressed you so far? I know for me, definitely Alma. Their offense has seemed to be clicking ever since the first game of the season, that Battle of the Bone, and they're off to a 3-0 start. They're certainly one of the surprises for me. What about you?
I think some teams that we've been used to seeing play really well, but maybe had to start on the bottom and come up. You look at Shiloh, they lost Week 1. You're not used to seeing that. Well, they put 72 points on the board tonight. You look at Greenwood, they were down by so many points last week. They obviously came back and get the win, and tonight a big win for them, and looks good, those Bulldogs. Looks like they're back on that Greenwood grind.
And then one more team, Bentonville West. A
Yes.
lot of talk about how they're a senior-laden team coming into this season with hopes of winning the 7A West. Well, through 3 conference games, they certainly look like the real deal. They had that big win against the team from Tulsa, Booker T. Washington. And then they go on the road to Little Rock today and put up 45 points. On offense, and then on defense, pitching the shutout, an overall impressive performance. A lot of good teams in our viewing area putting together good performances through the non-conference part of the slate.
And obviously, every win is great, but I think Charleston and Cedarville are going to bed. A little bit of a sweeter win tonight. Anytime you get a win in a rivalry game, you go home with that trophy, just means a little bit more.
And then quickly, Arkansas tomorrow, bright and early, 11 a.m. What are you looking for?
I'm looking forward to a big win over South Carolina. Simple, the Hogs are a much better team, and it's going to show tomorrow afternoon.
I'm expecting a lot of points. I'll just say that.
But that's going to do it. It's going to put a bow here on a Week 2 edition of Football Friday Night. We'll see you tomorrow for the Hogs, but until then, have a great evening.